and you have beautiful, soft, supple, that's a good word. I hope the rat has not moved into this car. So I have 2 traps. Could it actually make me a Jag guy rather than a Mercedes man? But they don't have to be like tight, they can be like that. Hey everyone, Monkey Wrench Mike. We are getting down and dirty today with the Jaguar XJ6, by the way. That's why I got my grubbies on. That's why I'm popping those rhymes for you all the time. Yeah, today we are addressing some very dry, some very, very faded leather. I got a product that I use on almost all of my leather interiors. It's going to be fantastic. Then we're going to try something new. It's been popping up on my For You page, is on TikTok, on Instagram. Alex at Legit Street Cars is a very big promoter of the product. So today we're going to find out if it actually works and if it can bring new life into this old Jaguar leather. Holy crapola, look at this thing smoke. It worked! Take another bite. Not at the camera. Yeah, we got rain. Hunt for the second vehicle has taken us to Dynamite? No way! What are you gonna say?
It's just too much for me to screw out.
This is what I'm working with. It's not a lot.
I'm in the car.
So this is the issue that we're dealing with. Look at it. I mean, it's a beautiful car. The paint is in perfect condition. It's just this. I want the car to be as nice on the inside as it is on the outside. So all of this right here is going to get rejuvenated thanks to my favorite product called Leatherique. So what we're going to do, according to the directions, is we've already kind of swept this and kind of wiped it clean. I'm going to get my hands full of Leatherique and you just kind of buff it into this stuff and then you let it set for 24 hours. You can also put on rubber gloves so you don't absorb any yourself, but I think it's going to make a world of difference in this. And then we're going to do some old Clyde work, if you know what I'm talking about. Yep, if you know, you know. So here's your before on the front, the before on the back, and let's take a look at what it's going to take to make this look new. I want to show you how much this is absorbing, okay? You don't think this was dry? Usually you apply it and then you come back in 24 hours and use your Pristine Clean. This is already absorbing it. Look at that. And that's 2 coats, okay? Back seat wasn't as bad because I mean there's, you know, not always somebody sitting back here, but this is still absorbing it. This leather was so thirsty. Look at that. It looks better already. I may not even have to color it. Well, I will the front seats, I think. But look at that. It is sucking it up already. Okay, so I'm going to let this continue. I might put another coat on it in an hour or so. I got to go spend some quality time with the S-Class over there. And maybe before I, you know, call it a day, we'll put some more, at least on the driver's seat. The passenger side, too, is really soaking it up. It's right here. These big solid pieces are what is really just absorbing the crap out of this stuff. Okay, but it looks so much better. See, it's already sucked that up. That's incredible. Okay, so we'll come back after we put a second coat on here, and then we'll show you kind of how we clean it, and then we're going to bring in the coloring process. But yes, I do. I love this Jag. It's the next day. We are right at 24 hours, and let me show you what I use. Okay, this is my favorite product. I've been using this for years and years. Let me come out into the sunlight. what sunlight there is. Anyway, this is Leatherique. This is their leather rejuvenator, which is fantastic stuff. Yep, they've been around since 1962. You clean that, or you make it all beautiful again, and then you really kind of clean it up with the Pristine Clean. But like the plastic surgeons say, there's a lot of pain, a lot of ugliness before the beauty. I don't know if they say that, I just made it up. So here's what the vehicle looks like now. Okay, so when you put this stuff on, the Leatherique, and of course now it starts to rain more. Okay, great. I think it kind of like sucks all the junk out of the, see, look at that. I think that would be like salt and stuff from, you know, people sitting here, maybe they didn't have a shirt on. It just pulls all the junk out of the leather, and then you use this Pristine Clean to go back and clean it up, and that helps condition it as well. So let me show you what happens when you rub this on, okay? All you have to do is get yourself a nice little cloth. Okay, see the salt and everything right there? All you have to do is give this a nice little clean, and then all just comes off. And I'm trying to push down in between all of these pleats to make it all look just gorgeous. And look at the difference. Look what's happening here. I don't know if I'm going to have to recolor these seats or not, because this seems to be bringing it back. It really does. This is, and as you can see, they're soft again. This is good stuff. This really is, and I've used this forever on these old, most of the time it's a Mercedes seat. This time it's the Jaguar leather. Look over there. Look how ugly that is. Okay, so I'll kind of put this on, and then we'll give you the after shot. We have the before shot already. I'll get this stuff on, and all you really have to do is just kind of rub it in. Look at this. And then, you know, give it a quick little wipe, and it looks perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay, once again, look at this. Look at all the junk, all the oil and dirt and everything that got pulled up by that, and that's what it comes out to be right there. Look at the difference. Oh my gosh, and all it takes, I mean, this is not difficult to do. This is so easy. You just pour a little bit of this stuff on here. Here you go, pour a little bit on your rag, and then you just go to town, and look at the difference. Look at this. And a little bit of this stuff goes such a long way. Look at it, just takes whatever that is, the salt, the dirt, oil, whatever it is, and it makes it disappear, and you have beautiful, soft, supple, that's a good word, leather. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, this is such a huge transformation. I don't even think I need to dye this anymore. I actually contacted the people at Clyde's Leather because they have a really good re-dye kit. And Alex at Legit Streetcars, who I've never met, so I don't know him. He probably doesn't even know who I am. He did a really good video on this Clyde's Leather stuff, and it just did so good for him. I don't think I need to do it. Look at that. Crappy? Beautiful. Yes, this is the best stuff ever. Okay? I even put it on this. I know this is vinyl, but it looks so much better now, doesn't it? Yeah, look at that. Okay. We'll do the bottom. And I'm trying to get under here. And then in the folds again. And if I push this down, you can see the original color. See how red that was? I kind of like the burgundy. I think it's called ox blood is the original color. Ugh. But this is making it so beautiful. Hold on. And then on the front part of the seats, you just kind of work it in, clean off all the remnants, and you're left with just beautiful, beautiful leather. Okay, I had to brag one more time. I'm sorry. I did. So anyway, look at that. I don't think I've done this side bolster yet. Okay, well, let me know. Should I try to re-dye the seats, or is this good enough? I mean, I could only mess it up. This looks really good to me. The only piece is that one little right there that needs to be, I can dye that with a marker. I don't know. We'll see if I can find something that works. But yes, this is a huge transformation. So Leatherique, thank you for a good product. I bought this. It's not sponsored. And I'm going to buy it again because this is huge. Yep, this, look at that. It's beautiful. This is the after. Look. This car just wants to come back to life. Well, it's never been dead. I think it was so well preserved. And look at the back. Look at the back. Yes, that's beautiful. I don't want it to get wet. So we're going to close it up and figure out what the next video is going to be. Because I just don't know. The car does not need that much work. Now that the seats are almost perfect, I've been driving this car everywhere. I got to tell you, I wake up every morning and I think, where can I go in my Jag? So we're actually going to pick up a key. This is a big day, all right? Let me just tell you that. This is a huge day because the key has finally arrived for Clio 1. This is one of my twin 91 Mercedes 300 CEs, the pillarless coupes that are kind of coming back in vogue right now. And I had to wait to get the title. It's been probably 2 months, maybe, since I started the process. I do have the title now in my possession, and I went to the Mercedes dealer and I got a key. So we're gonna run and get the key in the Jag. But first, I have to do something with the radio. So let's see if we can get the radio fixed. Something I do want to check on, you know this car right here, right? The infamous rat wagon. Well, she is proving yet again to live up to her name. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. See what I've got right there? That is a rat trap. Last time I opened the hood, there was a gigantic rat right there, and then it kind of ran back through there. So I have these little green things I put everywhere. This is poison. I don't want any rats in my car. So it looks like we still have 3 there, 2 there, 2 there, and 2 there. So I don't think I think the rat is gone. I'm hoping maybe, I don't know. I just can't take it anymore. I don't want any more damage from the rat. So that's a good thing. Well, it's kind of a good thing we didn't find the rat today, okay? I've got my fingers crossed the rat hasn't changed addresses, if you know what I'm saying. This is what I am terrified about. I hope the rat has not moved into this car. So I have 2 traps set just in case. Yeah, right there. So we have 1 and then 2. And the problem is I found, well, look at the hood. Look at what happened to the hood. Pad right there. Yes. And there was a little nest right here. And you're not going to mess with my Jag. No way, no how. Okay. So we have those things set. I didn't catch them yet, but I will. Okay. Now let's address the radio issue and see if we can fix this. I've had so many people tell me, I love this car. I just do. It's so fun to get in. So many people tell me to go ahead and spray electrical parts cleaner behind the knob right here. So we can take that off. These things just pull off. And then you get behind it and you spray all like right in through here. And it's supposed to clean the pot, the potentiometer. Okay? So now that I have access to it, let's just kind of give it a quick little spray, and then you turn it. And it's supposed to clean it up. So here's what's happening now. See? Hear all that? And it changes from speaker to speaker. It's getting better. I will tell you, when I first got the car, sound didn't hardly come out, but now it's getting better. And people have told me to do this. See? Well, that sounds, oh! Now she's sounding better. Well, let's see if we can make it as good as possible. We are getting close to the Mercedes dealer. The radio is working perfectly now. I mean, there's a little bit of static, but other than that, she is really doing well. This is probably one of the busiest parts of my little hometown, Tulsa, right here, near the Mercedes dealer, and that's exactly where you want your dealership. But I'm gonna park, go inside, get the key, and then I think I'm gonna get this car a battery because I borrowed the battery from that Mercedes that's getting the key. So we'll have to make another stop. But I gotta tell you, this thing, it just cruises. It's not as powerful as like the other Mercedes are a lot peppier, I think. I don't know how old the spark plugs are. I haven't done anything. I really haven't done anything under the hood other than check the fluids. And someone did mention that the oil pressure seems to be kind of low. I'm at 40 pounds right now, but it's been there the whole time. Let me know if you're a Jag expert what that says about the engine. Otherwise, this thing is just a cruiser. It is so cool. So we'll go ahead and get through the traffic. I'll get into the parking space, and this thing does not turn like a Mercedes. I'll tell you, I miss parking spaces. Sometimes I miss the two lines because it just doesn't turn as tight as a Mercedes does. But that's okay, no big deal. All right, that's our destination right there. It's a pretty big size dealership. Let's see if I can show you how this old girl parks. Because it's something you have to think about. You got to kind of plan in advance how you want to park this thing. It really doesn't turn that well. Well, should I just grab this place right here, or should I go around and see if there's another one? There was one right there. Let's see if I can get in this way. Kind of go through here. Oh wait, here we go. Let's just try this. Okay, okay, so I did pretty good on this one. That's all right. All right, we did good. Oil pressure, I just don't like it down there. Success. Look at this. That's exactly what I needed right there. This is hopefully going to start that old Mercedes CE. Oh, I'm really excited. Almost excited as I am driving this car. I don't know. Could this car change me? Could it actually make me a Jag guy rather than a Mercedes man? I don't know. Let's go ahead and let's go get us a battery and make life even better, okay? Let's see if this is gonna hold too. No, this doesn't. That's the one thing. Okay, next project for the big old cat is an oil change. So we have her jacked. She's already jacked. She is so cool. She is the coolest car ever. And I'm gonna run some Motor Medic through it just to get the oil. The oil looks good. I think there's too much oil in this, and I've gone to a thicker viscosity. Okay, most of the people on the Jaguar forums say this is what you need, 20W50. It's gonna help with the oil pressure because it was low, and I don't like low oil pressure. So there's actually two sensors on these engines from my research, okay? There is one that is sending a signal to the oil pressure gauge, okay? Then there's another one, a more accurate one that's either off or on. It's your low pressure light, and that comes on in the dash should your oil pressure drop below, what is it, 5? I think, 5 pounds. I believe so. I haven't done a whole bunch of research, but I've done some on this. So that's the one you really have to worry about. And for the people who have contacted me about this car, there are so many, and I really, really appreciate all the people guiding me on this. Yeah, and so they've been very, very helpful. And one gentleman said that his is between like the 0 and the first dash, which would be, I think, 10 pounds of pressure. But I don't know, he said anything is good as long as that light does not come on. So I just want everything to be great, not good. I want it to be great. But let me show you what's going on underneath this car, because there just happens to be a lot of stuff going on, and I brought a nice selection of, look how big they are. Yeah, look at the sockets right there. Okay, I'm guessing this is it. I just don't even know, but it is humongous. And I think it takes 8 quarts of oil. So as we go under here, it is kind of messy. It's a little oily, but it's a 38-year-old European car, so you have to forgive me for that. Here's the light. Here we're going. Okay, so Ugh. That's it right there. Hopefully you can see it. I could probably get to it from the side, but that's your bolt. Look how big that thing is. I don't know. What is this one right here? 23? I don't know. Let's just kind of see. I put on a Grody shirt. Nope, that's too big. The ones I brought are all too big. I overestimated. Okay. So maybe it's like a 21 or something. Let me get some other sockets or wrenches or something. We have the perfect size. It's a 22. And strangely enough, this was not very tight. I mean, I got a huge, huge socket wrench, but it was not very tight at all. So I'm not losing oil. You don't see any drips on the driveway. So apparently with these, they don't have to be super duper tight. I will tighten it up, but they don't have to be like tight. They can be like that. So that's not going to be a problem at all. Let's go ahead and start the car. Now that we know we have this, we have an oil filter, and I think it just goes right there. Can you see? Somewhere like up that way. There it is. I think that's it right there. The wicks, that's what I bought. Perfect. It's going to be perfect. So let's start the engine. We'll run this Motor Medic through it for a little bit, then we'll drain the oil and just see what it looks like. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, we've had a change in plans. This wants you, it says if the engine has more than 75,000 miles on it, then it wants you to remove the oil pan and clean it to minimize the risk of engine damage. Okay, I've got 161,000 miles on this engine. I don't think I'm going to do it this time. So, I mean, I've used this stuff before, but they haven't had that many miles on them. So we're just going to wait on this. We'll just go ahead and change the oil. It's going to be fine. And then if I do some more research and decide to do that, I can do that. But let's go ahead and get under here. We'll drop the oil. We'll take our sample and we'll see what it looks like. All right, hopefully you can see what's going on from that vantage point. Let me take a little sip of Coca-Cola. Cherry Pepsi. I'm celebrating today. So, I don't know what I'm celebrating. I'm celebrating that I get to work on my Jag. That's what it is. Now you got to make sure you have a huge oil pan because this is, like I said, 8 lovely quarts of oil. And I have a grease pit of an engine right here. I mean, this is really, really dirty. Okay, let's just see what it looks like. Where's my little, let me get my cup. Hold on. Here's my sample, my Petri dish. Ugh. Okay. Lefty loosey, right? Yeah, I think that's it. And look, it's just so, that's it. There wasn't a whole lot of torque on this thing. We're going to get over here. Oh, which way? Got to remember, Mike. Nope, not that way, this way. I just said it, lefty loosey. And there is a huge washer. This is literally the biggest oil drain plug I think I've seen. Okay, here we go. Okay, let that kind of cycle for a second. Get my little cup. There we go. Okay, now we know what it looks like. Here's what we've got. I don't feel anything. Just looks like old oil to me. Yeah, when you look at it through the dipstick, it looks nice and clear, but you get it in a bucket, and that's a whole different game. Okay, yeah, that needed to be changed. So we're doing some good work. We're doing God's work today. Oil is drained, and there's a nylon. It's like a nylon washer, so I didn't tighten it up super tight. It's a little tighter than it was when I found it. But my first complaint for Jag is, let me turn on the light. This is a thing to get to right here. I'm kind of outside the car. You can get to the oil filter from underneath it, but then all the oil is going to come out and drip on all over these things, and then it's going to travel the length of the engine or the width of the engine, and look at that. Oh, here's a great shot of your lug nut with your nylon washer. Very nice. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and remove this. more oil will spill. I'm on the other side of the tire right here. And then somehow I got to clean it up and then put it on, even with more dripping on me. So I don't know what I think about that. New filter is attached. And this was not a fun job. I mean, I've had the Mercedes way of changing things with the oil filter at the top is forever going to be my favorite. Yeah, but here we go. Look how big this oil filter is. It's exactly the number that I put on, a good old Wix. This has been on there for a while. I wish I had more information about the service history of this car. That's the one thing it did not come with. But that's okay, because I'm going to take good care of her. Now we can see what's making the noises, okay? We'll put the oil back in, but I want to show you while I'm rolling around on the floor right here. I do need to add a couple of boots. See that? Yep, that boot is shot. So we'll have to figure out where to get some boots like this. No oil or anything's coming off right there. I think everything's going to be great. I'll climb under here now that it stopped dripping and wipe the oil filter clean, and it's going to be good. Okay, now we're going to take off the left front wheel to see what that noise is, that kind of a noise. We have 7.75, really almost 8 quarts of oil in here. Can you believe that? Look at how big the engine is. This is giant. Here's what it looks like down in there. You really can't see much. Yeah, but it looks great. Whatever it looks like, I think it looks great. Okay, while we're here, let's go ahead and just kind of take a look at the other fluids. Okay, we have our coolant right here. There we go, very carefully. Okay, it's the green kind. Looks like it's up to this level right there, which I'm guessing is full. I'm hoping. Okay, so that's good. I don't know if the green kind is what it needs. So if you are a Jag expert, tell me what I should have in here. We do have windshield washer fluid completely. That looks green too. Huh. That smells weird. Why is that green? Maybe it's not. I don't know. What is this? Maybe it is. Maybe it's the kind with the bug cleaner attached as well. Okay, brake fluid looks good. You can kind of see it in through there. I guess I could. I'm so worried about breaking something on this. I'm just terrified. I have fixed something. I'll show you in just a minute too. I did it off camera. So there's your brake fluid. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks okay. The car's braking perfectly. Everything seems to be really, really good on this car. Come on. There we go. Don't break those wires. Okay, now as far as the injectors, I'll show you something here. What I found when I was poking around for the rat, doggone it, that was starting to make a nest right in here, I found a broken zip tie, and this little connector here just was hanging on by a thread. So I went ahead and zip tied it. I fixed the wiring right here as well. So if I can find another connector, if you guys can give me a source for British parts, that'd be great, okay? I think FCP Euro has stuff. Rock Auto has some stuff. But give me a good source. These little connectors, can you even get them? And I've also kind of done some wiring work over here. And by wiring work, I just put some electrical tape on it. Coil looks good. Everything else looks A-okay. I guess we could look at the air filter. I don't know how this whole thing works. I don't know. Let's see here. Your distributor is like way down in there. You can barely see it. Is there another one down here? Nope, there's just this guy. Oh, and of course this doesn't come off. How does this even come off? You got to remove the whole thing, or will it? Oh, here we go. Oh, it just kind of slides out of that. Oh, uh-oh. We're breaking stuff. Let's just see. Man, this is nice and metal. There's your air filter, which I'm guessing I might need one. It looks really kind of dirty. That does look dirty. Okay, we'll order that. We'll order that, and it just literally slides back in here. I'll have to tighten these clamps again, and this just slides back. See how this kind of sticks out? Really cool. Okay, I'll get this reattached. Oh, I want to say thank you to everybody who did send me a comment about the vents right here. These go into the passenger compartment, is what I'm told, which is cool. Not for engine cooling, but for people cooling. Before we remove the wheel, I've had so many people tell me the pop, the sound, the metallic sound as I'm going through a bump or something is the top of the shock, and absolutely, look at that, disintegrated. They said anything will work. You can get one for other cars and mold it, but I am going to go ahead and order that. Oh gosh, we'll probably get one for the other side. But let's just take the wheel off and we'll take a look at the tie rod and all that kind of stuff that lies beneath. This will be kind of cool. And as far as the tire itself, these do look good. Dot, HB8, MS Radials, made in Indonesia, BCUM HBH. I'm going to think that these are great. MS Radial, all season, H724. Is that a date code? Hopefully. Are these tires like a year old? Which would be great. But it's supposed to follow the DOT, so BCUM, HBH. Let's just kind of see what that means. Wheel is removed. Gripe number 2. The way they have these, I hate these little chrome things that sit on top of the bolts because they come loose and then it becomes very difficult to get them off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, most of them do, but every once in a while you get an evil one, a bad apple, and it's very difficult to get off and you got to bang your socket on there. This, like I said, is a 22. So take a look at the suspension here. Here's the top of the shock right here, and above that is what's missing in my car, okay? As far as stabilizer bar right here, look at that linkage. That's kind of cool. Okay, there's also some kind of a, oh, these are just like little bump stops, I guess. Wait a sec, what's this thing? Well, that's concerning. Where did you go? Where did you go when you were first on the car? Oh, wow. Okay, yes. Tie rod ends, definitely. You do them in pairs. Usually I do them in pairs unless the other one's fine. I'm going to do them in pairs in this car because you know the other one's old. You just know it. But other than that, the brakes, we're getting close. I don't even know if you can see that. Not a whole lot of brake material left. So we will do front brakes. Well, you can see there's a little bit, like a 1/4 of an inch right there. There you can see it. There's your good shot. As far as the rotor, oh, there's a good lip on both sides. So, oh gosh, that's going to be fun. We'll have to price rotors. Okay, is it raining? I don't think so. Okay, well, we have a mystery clamp. We have tie rods that need to be done, shock absorber toppers, probably these bushings. I mean, it's 38 years old, I gotta keep telling myself. But it does look good. What is this? Oh, that's just junk that's been there forever. Okay, well, there we go. We fixed it. Ugh. We'll have to check the other side and see what's going on with that. Okay, anyway, we can put this back together. We can finish the video, and then I tell you what's next. It's what everybody has been asking for. It really is. It's exactly what you wanted. Found my date code. I was on the back of the tire, 4613. These tires are 12 years old. They look good for 12. Kind of. I've driven on worse, way worse, but yeah, 46th week of 2013. Not super great. We forgot to check the power steering fluid. Absolutely. And it's a good thing I remembered because she's dry. I don't think there's anything in there, which could be a problem. So the book calls for Dex 2, but my research shows that people have used power steering fluid and Dex, 4, 5, 6. This is super, super old. So we'll clean this thing out. We'll get some power steering fluid in there. We'll start her up and we'll check her out, okay? We have the power steering fluid topped up. Car was running, everything is fine, which means you know what's coming up next, don't you? Yes. Now for the video everybody has been waiting for, everybody's been asking for. Yep, we're taking the car up to Mom and Tom. We're gonna see what old crusty Tom has to say about an English car. He loves his American cars. Then they got that station wagon, that German Mercedes station wagon that they really love. We'll see if we can make him a Jaguar affectionado as well. A Jag fan. Is it gonna happen? I don't know, we're just gonna see. But I gotta tell you, the more I work on the car, the more I like it and the more problems I see. I mean, because like this little thing right here, this is a little bushing that helps hold up this part of your intake. That's been gone for a long, long time. I gotta figure out why we're leaking power steering fluid. Maybe that's the clamp that was missing. I don't see any drips yet, so that's good. But we'll take some extra with us when we go up and see Mom and Tom. I do need to check the oil level, which I guess I should do while we're here. Well, we'll check that. It'll be fine. It's gonna be perfect. This is your oil right here, which is fantastic. And then we have transmission fluid right there. It's shifting fine. It's really doing well. I may try to add a little R134A and see if I can get the air conditioner working. I really can't even get up here to see what the sight glass looks like when the air conditioning is trying to run. But we may do that off camera. Maybe we'll make a video out of it as well. But I gotta look at this right here. That rat that jumped in here for like an hour or two went to town on my dash pad. I am so upset. I really am mad about this. So I'm going to find another source for this because I want the car to be perfect. Yeah, that stupid rat. And I have all these rat traps. When I'm not here, all these rat traps are placed in the engine. Okay, 2 for the Jag, 1 for the actual rat wagon. You son of a gun, brought these rats into my life and I'm not happy about it. But as far as the Jag, I do. I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for watching the videos. Yeah, they're having a heyday on the comment section about this thing. I'm so happy about it. This is almost as popular as my flooded Maserati. It is almost as popular. And it cost me way less to purchase, way less. All right, everybody, thank you. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. We're back with another video on the Jag with Mom and Tom. I'm still working on all the other cars that I have. And we're just gonna keep pumping out those videos until we get to 100,000 subscribers. And that's how you can help. Please subscribe right now. All right, everybody, have a great day. Hug those kids if you got them. We'll see you very, very soon. All right, bye-bye.